for the NBA Finals. Game 1 tonight. It is June 3rd, 2026. 27 years since the last time the Knicks were in the Finals. 53 years since the Knicks won a championship. And the Knicks fans, like me, and you guys are going bonkers. And I have every emotion. I'm psyched. I'm worried. I'm happy. I'm anxious. And this has all been for the whole week since they went to the finals and they swept everybody. They've been killing everybody. Now this is where it is absolutely essential to come out of here with 4 wins. How you guys doing? I got Willie tonight and Mo on the executive producer line. How you guys doing? Willie, how you doing tonight?
What up, Joe Cap? You forgot Rabid, Cap. You're rabid. You're a rabid.
I got Zee Man on the phone.
I've been rabid since 1969.
Beer with my friends. Watch the Knick game. Yes.
Where is he? Handcuffed?
Oh yeah,
in some
Zee Man is out
stall
in
in Saratoga.
He's in Saratoga for the Belmont. He's going to be announcing the Belmont Stakes and handing out all the trophies.
And riding a pony.
Yeah, riding the pony.
Riding the pony's right.
Yeah, he'll be sucking down. About several thousand Miller Lights. So he's a little busy, but we are here because we are ready for the Knicks. We are ready to roll. I am so psyched, and like I said, everything else on top of it. Willie,
Joe,
what do you think?
But you know what time it is? It's time to get hydrated, Joe.
That's
Cap.
right. Hydro-Fi. This show is brought to you by Hydro-Fi. This episode is brought to you by Hydro-Fi, the world's first hydrogen-infused electrolyte, which helps the body combat inflammation and support cellular health for people of all ages in a way traditional electrolyte drinks don't. Beyond hydration, Hydro-Fi is designed to support sustained energy, enhanced performance, faster recovery, and overall daily wellness benefits we believe are a great fit for people who are part of our network. Use code OTC15 and get 15%.
Let's go. And call me if you want
purchase.
some free Hydro-Fi. I got packets of it.
Yes, we need more Hydro-Fi. Hopefully the Knicks got some Hydro-Fi going. So what do you think, Willie? What's your gut telling you about the series tonight, about how they got here, the big sweep that they made?
Listen, it's been an epic run up until this point. I like the Knicks, I think they're a team of destiny. But there are a couple things I'm worried about. I'm not worried about. I like the matchup. If we're gonna get right into it, well, I like the Knicks in 5. I'm gonna say 5.
Okay, that's it. That was where I was gonna go.
This first game is critical.
Absolutely.
But the Spurs are not that dominant at home.
No.
And quite honestly, I like some of the key matchup. The biggest guy, believe it or not, that I'm worried about is the point guard, Stephon Castle. That guy could be the difference maker. I like defensively, the matchup we get from OG. Dude, the guy's 6'7", he's quick. He's Wembanyayu. How do you say his Wembanyama? He's young. This guy this guy's got great hands. I like the matchup. I think we can contain him. I'm not so much worried about him as I am on Stephon Castle. This guy's 6'6". He's a hard matchup. If he wears down Brunson's a big part of our offense. I mean, I think he's averaging like 26 and 5. I mean, he's a dominant player. I don't think a lot of people are really. I mean, everyone knows about him because he's their 1-2 punch. But he's the guy I'm worried about personally in the whole.
So he's your wild card.
Yeah, he is the wild card, and the Knicks are deep. We can go anybody. Josh Hart can have a big game. Robinson, Townsend, So Towns. I mean, I think we're in good shape. But I think that's going to be the most critical matchup if I'm picking one out.
I got you. I'm looking for the 3-pointers to go in. I'm looking for OG to stifle Wemby. Now, OG, and they mentioned this on ESPN on PTI, that he has the lowest field goal percentage or lowest amount of points or whatever you want to call it guarding Wemby, man on man. So if OG can stifle him, and I mean, hold him to not a massive game, and then Castle, we're going to have to throw, somebody like Bridges on him or whatever, and we can hit our threes. Now you got Towns, you got Brunson. Listen, I think we're a deeper team, and you touched on that too, Willie, which I agree. We're a deeper team. They were exhausted. OKC, both teams were exhausted. I mean, it was ridiculous. SGA was, he couldn't even breathe anymore. He was so exhausted.
Yeah.
He had nobody
I
off
mean,
the
he
bench.
couldn't even do the post-game interview.
No, he was exhausted. And Wemby, if you notice, Wemby gets exhausted too. You see him run up and down the court. He gets exhausted. So
Dude.
I think that we have to, and here's the other wild card is what are we going to get out of Robinson? With the hand injury. It's the hand. It's this part of your right hand, they saying. So I don't know. Yeah. The only good thing is he can't shoot with the shit anyway. So that's that. But can he block shots and rebound? That's what we need him to do.
Yeah. But you got to also remember, OG, where he's going to stifle Wembanyama, is he's like a shutdown corner. He's like this guy ain't going to be floating 3-pointers. This guy's going to be up and
he'll be in his fucking
and the Spurs. I watched a lot of, and OKC, by the way, was a little beat up, but I watched a lot of that series. The Spurs, man, are sloppy with the ball sometimes.
A lot of turnovers. Good point.
Yeah.
Another good point, Willie. Willie, you're doing your homework. You're paying attention. That's what I like. You're paying attention.
I'm watching.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be great. I can't wait. I mean, it seems like forever since the Knicks played last, and now it's finals. This is it, man. This is it. You don't get too many chances. You know what I mean? It's like you get to the World Series, you don't get to it. You get to the Super Bowl, you who knows if you ever go back again. These are things that you have to think about. And I think the Knicks mentally seem like they're in the right place. They haven't been chirping in the news. They haven't been saying much. They've been keeping a low profile. I mean, so pretty much. So and I think that the other key factor is this championship. Criteria of the Villanova boys. Okay, OG, he's got an NBA championship. Karl Anthony Towns has been, I think he's into finals or maybe to the conference finals. I don't know if he's been to the finals.
Yeah, the Knicks are seasoned.
Right, but he's ready to go. And the depth, okay? Now, Spurs are they're rookies. They have they have Harper's a rookie.
Castle's 21.
Yeah, they're fantastic players. And you know what I mean? But they're rookies. And like you touched on just now, the turnovers. So I think the Knicks just got to play their brand of basketball, and that is just run them at the building, tough defense, and hope. And if they hit the threes, this is the way I look at it. If they hit the threes, they're going to kill them. If they don't, they still can beat them, but it's going to be a very, very difficult road. But their defense has got to be there, which defense never takes a night off, even if your shot's off. So if you can D them up, move the ball around, get the ball to Towns. He's another one. He's got this opportunity because who is going to guard him? Wemby's not going to guard him. He's not going to guard him. And if he does, that's going to open up everybody else. So I don't see, I mean, Wemby, he's going to be, and then they go to that kind of, soft zone here and there, whatever. But if you're hitting your threes, that zone don't do shit. So let's see what happens.
Well, listen, the big thing is, which it's the good and the bad. If the Knicks win this series, they're going to go down as one of the most dominant playoff teams to ever have a run in the NBA. If they shit the bed, they're an afterthought.
You know what?
It's a lot to lift for a team like this. And New York's gaga. I'm in Brooklyn over the weekend. Dude, I'm like, there's 1,000 Knick jerseys. I haven't seen Knick jerseys in years.
Exactly. And that's New York
so
City
it's a heavy burden. I mean, there's pressure on them too.
Yep. And it's funny because this is the first time in 27 years. So there's a lot of kids that never seen an NBA championship, Knicks being an NBA championship. There's guys, old guys like me and you, 73, 99, 94. So they are, we've been rabid, like you said, for our whole lives for the Knicks. But here's the thing that gets under my skin, and I gotta get off my chest. Oh, the Eastern Conference was weak. The Eastern Conference, the Knicks had it easy. They fucking demolished teams. And guess what? Where the hell were the Celtics in Detroit? They were chirping about beating the Knicks. Detroit was, for sure, and everybody was already saying, oh, I think the Celtics are going to come out of the East. Oh, really? Well, how about beating whoever the hell's in front of you? The Knicks did that, and let me tell you, the only time, and I have to admit, I was worried after the second game, of the Hawks series. I was like, holy shit, what's going on here? But since that game, they were a juggernaut. And then Cleveland up by 22, and they're blowing that lead, and the Knicks had. I turned that game off in the third quarter. I went to watch the Yankee game and I checked the score and I'm like, oh shit, they're down by 13. I said, but they're still down. Let me put it on, watch the rest of the game. And then all of a sudden, boom, 10 points. Now it's place going nuts.
Cap, you're alluding to it, but I think where you're correct is, and you're spot on, right? Because the deal is, it's not who you play, it's how you play.
Of course.
And they come out, and all these guys are professionals. It's like, it doesn't matter who they're playing.
Right.
It's the way they play. They're on balls. They're taking the extra pass. They're playing hard D. They're sliding. It's like it doesn't matter who you play. It's the tempo of the game. When they push it, they're playing hard. And when you play hard, it doesn't matter who you're playing. And I think that's the key difference.
Yep. And let me tell you something. We got Clyde right here. And let me tell you, Clyde was the leader. Him and Willis Reed were the leader. So now you've got Brunson and you got Cat. All right. Now, they were the best team that obviously they're my favorite team of all time.
Yeah.
Let's hope that they can channel some of Clyde, some of Willis, some of the old time Knick aura and bring it to the San Antonio Spurs, which I think they will. Not I think. I know they will.
You know what's interesting?
Yes.
Buddy red-headed by Hawthorne Wingo.
Hawthorne Wingo.
Also. He was on that team. He was on the 73 team.
Wingo was.
Yeah, I think so.
Hawthorne.
I'm pretty sure.
Willis Reed.
Yeah. John Gianelli was on that team.
John Gianelli.
John Gianelli, he went to he dated a girl. I think it was him. He dated a girl in our town, and we had the high school carnival. It was in the park. He walked in the park, and his head was like touching the clouds. You could see him from a mile away over everybody, and they were like, "Who the hell's that dude?" That's John Gianelli.
So he didn't fit into the bumper cars.
What's that?
He couldn't get into the bumper cars.
No. That's hysterical. But anyway.
So let's do our picks officially.
Yes.
Go ahead,
right.
Mo. We want to know the Knicks series. What do you got?
Knicks are going to I think they're going to win in game 7. I think it's going to go all the way.
Okay. All right.
I like it. I think tonight's game is going to make. I think tonight's game will determine if it goes 7. But I like the Knicks coming out. I think they'll be a little rusty at first. Everyone's going to be. But I'm going to say Knicks in 5. I'm going to go Knicks in 5. Yeah. I think they have to win in 5.
I think I'm going to have to go with you, Willie, with Knicks in 5. I'm going to give. I said that the same thing pretty much for the other series. I picked the Knicks in 5. I'm trying to think if I picked them in 6 in one series, but I gave the other team the benefit of the doubt of stealing one at home. Now, I don't know. I got to give the Spurs at least one game at home. Could they come into the Garden and steal one at home? If they win at home and they still win at the Garden, then we're in trouble. So
yeah,
and that's where the 7 comes into play. But if the Knicks can just show what they are and they can just take one tonight And then second game really is not as critical a game. It's more critical for the Spurs than the Spurs are on the clock. If they lose 2 at home, they're in real trouble. So and if the Knicks, believe it or not, the Knicks lose tonight, they're not dead, or like, depending on how they play, you could say, okay, we win tomorrow night and it's or Friday night, and then it's we took one from them. So I think the Knicks will win in 5. I would love to see a sweep. I don't think I'm going to see a sweep, but I said that about every other series that were sweeps. So,
Oh, hold on. I got Z on the phone. What's up, Z? He said he can't come to the phone. He's handcuffed in the bathroom in a Saratoga bar.
Yeah, he's handcuffed.
Z,
is he with
Vice Squad?
Tell your boyfriend to give you the key. No? All right. He's taking the Spurs in 6.
Z.
All right. Thanks, Z.
Oh,
bye-bye.
My God.
Stay tight.
The kiss of death. Just like Z says, what he said, the Jets are going to win 7 games?
Yeah, he's on crack.
I looked at that schedule. Shocker if they win more than 4.
And when I say crack,
3,
I don't mean the crack. I don't mean the smoking kind.
Yeah,
I mean crack.
All right. So let's round it off now. Now we got the Knicks. I got them in 5. Willie, you got them in 5. And Mo, you got them going the 7 games with the Knicks winning game 7.
I think they're going to lose 2 right off the bat, and they're going to roar back.
Now they got to win game 7 in San Antonio. I don't think the home court that's as strong for San Antonio than it is for the Knicks. I think. I mean, when they came into
I agree with that, Cap.
Yeah, when they came into the Garden at the end of the season, they were like a freaking deer in the headlights, man. They couldn't believe the crowd in the Garden. Now, granted, they were on a neutral court in Vegas when they won that game. The Knicks played well. They beat them, and then all right, they lost. That was when the Knicks. When they lost to San Antonio, the Knicks were kind of in that funk, where you're like, what the hell are they doing? They don't look as good. The Celtics were playing really good. Detroit was kicking their ass. Everything was going really against the Knicks. But son of a bitch, I never thought that this would happen. They turned on. They put it into 6th gear in the playoffs. And I give Mike Brown a lot of credit.
Yeah.
So you got to give him credit, because whatever the fuck he decided to do, especially right after game 3 or for game 3 of the Hawks series, since then they are
everything changed. Everything changed. It's true.
Crazy.
Listen, this could arguably the best team in the history of New York sports. If they swept, there'd be no doubt.
Oh,
if they win in 5,
cemented.
They're going to go down as one of listen, they're going down as one of the best teams ever. Yeah, and I don't mean the best teams roster dynasty. Right. I'm talking about having one of the best runs.
Because there's a lot of talk about their team chemistry, which is
exactly
in sports now.
And they all are saying the right things. They're all they won game. I remember listening to Boomer Gio, and Gio said he goes, they won game 4. They swept the series and they just walked off the court. They didn't go nuts and jump around and celebrate like they won the championship. And San Antonio did. Now, granted, San Antonio's a young team, and that's a big rivalry, and I get that. But it just goes to show you that the Knicks mindset is, we ain't done. We're not done. We are winning 4. And let me tell you something. They're going to come off that high. San Antonio's going to come off that high, and they're not going to have the intensity that they did against. It's just normal human nature. OKC is their Celtics.
Yeah, and that was that was a tough series, and they almost listen. OKC wasn't healthy. I thought OKC. I prefer. I think the matchup with the Spurs and the Knicks is a way better matchup than OKC. I've said it the whole time.
Yes, a healthy OKC. I agree.
But Cap, you always say it. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. And again, they just got to play tonight. They got to.
So exactly. We talk about chemistry. Joe? You watch them a lot. Who's the leader? Who are the leaders?
Brunson is by far the leader.
Yeah,
he's head and shoulders. But I'll give Karl Anthony Towns a lot of credit, because he got in line. Now, in the beginning of the season, he kind of was like, what am I doing? Where am I going? The offense. And whatever they decided to run the offense through him in a different way, he just all of a sudden flourished, and he accepted it. And now, listen, Karl Anthony Towns is an all-star. When his game is on, He's one of the best big mans in the NBA, no question. But he took that and not, instead of pouting and saying, I got to be the man, why is Brunson the man, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, I am ready to go. Let's do what we got to do to win. That's the biggest one, because Hart and Bridges, those guys know what it's like with Brunson.
Hart's emotional. Bridges,
yes.
they have so many guys. Listen, these guys they know, they instinctively know. It's like, let me give a parallel. It's like they win this series. This is residual for the rest of life. It's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Guys never had to work again.
Yep.
You know, he did
They'll never buy another dinner.
They win this. They're done.
Towns had the injured finger, right?
Yep.
Towns had the injured finger, right?
No, that's Robinson. No,
so
Robinson.
If he comes out and plays a great game, they're going to make a comparison to him to Willis Reed.
Well, it's funny you say that because
the big man, right?
Yeah, I was saying that, with OKC, right? That J Dub was out in Game 7, and I'm saying to myself, how are you not playing Game 7? You can't even function. Now, if J Dub would have walked down the court and played a minute or two. Now, if you remember in that game where Willis Reed came out, he came out for about 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
And then he was done. He hit 2 shots. And then he was done. He couldn't even walk. And then who took over?
Clyde.
Clyde is the man. He took over and took that team to the promised land.
And to this day, we all remember that and love that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And listen, that's what I mean. Now, Wilt gave them the inspiration. And Wilt was the man. Wilt was the captain of the Knicks, if you guys didn't know that. He was the captain. He was the man. Walt Frazier calls him captain. That's just, not Wilt.
Yeah.
Wilt. Yeah. Willis. He calls him captain. Yeah. That's it.
Will.
Yeah. No. But the thing is, that's what game, and I don't know if that was a Game 7. I think it was a Game 7 or Game 6 against LA. But that's the type of shit that's got to happen in the NBA Finals, and it's Game 7. You have to be almost dead not to be in that game. And like I said, if J Dub would have came in and hit a couple shots or just ran up and down the court and said, "Get me the fuck out of here," they could have turned that around. I'm just saying. But this is
But Cap, you're so right. Like, funny you say that. I was just watching the documentary on Jordan, right? When he broke his.
Oh yeah.
So when Jordan broke his foot, right? He broke his foot. That was an injury. He broke it in such a crazy spot that they said, you re-injure this could be career ending. So Chicago takes this guy off the court. They're not letting him back. He goes down to Carolina rehab. He's playing hoops every day, comes back, and he was so pissed at Chicago because he said,
"Yeah,
I come to win." He goes, "I don't worry about next year." You are so right. If that guy from OKC steps on the court, OKC probably wins the series.
They could,
and they're in the finals.
Yeah,
you're 100% right.
It was that close of a series, and the thing is, and it's funny you mentioned about Jordan. Jordan is the most competitive person, from what I understand, in the history of sports.
To ever play the game.
Yeah,
I've seen it firsthand. He killed the Knicks his whole career. And you even in the first half, you'd hold him to like 10 points. You'd go, oh, maybe Jordan's off tonight. Then he'd score 40 in the second half. And he would just dominate and take the game over.
And the parallels are, it's Jordan is the same way. What you can make is the way he played is the way the Knicks are playing. Jordan could suck offensively, but he'd have 3 steals. He'd shut it. He was also all defense, all NBA defensive team.
And so
that's how the Knicks are playing.
And here's something else. You don't have to have 30, 40 points for Brunson to win. Brunson could have 15 and then 10 assists, 12 assists. And then guess what? OG's got 25. Bridges got 20. Hart's got 18. Towns has got 20 and a 10 and a 12.
There was a stretch where Towns was the leading scorer. 5 or 6 games in a row.
Double. He was double machine. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. That's team basketball. It's not, the OKC fell into that SGA's got to carry the whole load. and that's where they died. It's kind of Holmgren was like this number 2 option. He was horrific in Game 7, and they still had a chance to win. If Holmgren would have even showed up in the second half, he had one shot or no shots in the whole second half. I mean, something crazy, no rebounds. I mean, and he was on the court. What are you doing?
Where were you?
Where were you? What do you do? This on your home court. This is OKC home court. So anyway, that's what gives me hope as far as saying the Knicks are not going to do that. The Knicks are going to play their balls off no matter what. So
I know.
And whatever happens is going to happen.
All right, so here's a bet I'm gonna go for. I gotta check the odds before we get. I'm gonna put a bet on, take an outside shot on Towns being the MVP
for the whole finals.
For the whole finals.
Okay,
there's got to be great odds for that, and that guy could be a difference maker. If
absolutely.
I wonder what the odds on that. Well, you got to find that out.
I don't know.
The odds of Towns having the MVP for the series.
Yeah. I'm sure Brunson. You mean just for the Knicks or for the whole tournament? Because I'm sure Wemby's probably the best bet. I guess
Brunson is. Yeah.
Or, you think Brunson's better than Wemby?
Yeah, Wemby's probably Wemby, but
yeah.
you know. But I think the Spurs are favorite tonight.
Yes, they're favorite. They're favorite in the series. I think so.
No
Pretty
respect.
Sure.
That's gotta be God. You talking about? All right, I'm gonna tell you one more funny story that just came to my head. So I'm wearing a North Carolina shirt, right?
All right.
So North Carolina 3 years ago is playing Duke, right? My kids are going to North Carolina. Right. But my kid's a little bit of a degenerate gambler, right?
Right.
So he takes
Where did you get that from?
He's taking a sports management class, and the 3 starters are in his class. First thing he says is, "Well, this is an A, right?"
Yeah, right.
So then he's in the class, and he calls me after class. He goes, just so you know, I'm betting $200 on Duke tonight. He goes, these motherfuckers were sitting in the class. They ate 4 bags of gummy worms on the biggest game, and he bet against them, and they got blown out.
Really? So Duke blew them out?
Blew them out. He goes, wow. Dad. He goes, Dad. I watched the starting guard eat 3 bags of gummy worms himself. He goes, how can you play on gummy worms?
Yeah, hopefully they didn't get it from
Lights?
the vape store. Hopefully they didn't get it from the head shop.
So artificial intelligence tells me, Willie, that Karl Anthony Towns is an intriguing sleeper to bet to win NBA Finals MVP.
Look at you, Willie.
Sitting at around plus 2,200 odds, depending on the sports book. However, odds makers view him as a long shot with Spurs star Victor Wembanyama and Knicks teammate.
There you go. There's my bet.
Serving as a clear
There's
favorite.
my bet
so
for
Willie,
the series, Cap.
Not a bad bet.
Not a bad bet.
There you go. I'm paying attention. See, Cap's got me. I'm watching hockey last night because because it's time for the Carolina segment.
Yes. Well, the Panthers kind of blew it last night. They were up 2-0, and then they Vegas stormed back.
Who the parent? Are you now? The football team played the hockey team?
No.
Oh, Joe.
The Hurricanes.
Will Chamberlain plays for the Panthers.
The Hurricanes.
Vegas Knights. You know what I love about that? That just goes to show you're just a fake Carolina fan. You can't.
No question.
You would never ever make that mistake calling the Knicks. No. Hey, the Lakers.
Listen, I went up to those games when the Rangers. Every year we go up and see the Rangers beat their ass, but the Rangers suck. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, that was a great game last night. I still like the Hurricanes in the series. But obviously Vegas was unbelievable. On an unbelievable. Shit. They're another team on an unbelievable run.
Yeah, I haven't seen Vegas much because they're on the West Coast. But yeah, they look, and they got Tortorella with all that, all his bullshit. But They came back, stormed back, and they won. And let me tell you, they look pretty tough. So
They're a good team.
hopefully, it'll be a good series.
Yeah,
But
it's
anyway,
good.
what
All
else?
right,
What
so
else we got?
we'll do a quick Yankee update. Yanks got
Yeah,
some problems. Judge is hurt.
I think Cole's pitcher tonight just gave up a home run. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, when's Fried coming back? Their pitcher. I mean, they need that guy. The bullpen sucks.
Yeah,
Um,
Schlittler got
I
lit up yesterday.
yeah, yeah, they're in a little bit. The only thing I can tell you, I think the best hitter on the team is Bollinger. That guy is so impressive. I love that guy. He's a tough at bat. He's a good player. Good
He
player.
is, and I think that Goldschmidt has been a little hot. He's been keeping it, but Judge is hurt now. He didn't play last night.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's playing tonight.
No,
But
he's out, dude. They don't even know what's wrong with him. They're worried about. But
Ballmer,
their lineup with Goldschmidt and Bollinger and the
Rice.
other kid. Yeah. They can hit.
No,
So
they
I mean,
can.
I'm more worried about their pitching. Their bullpen.
It
You said
always,
it last game. Their bullpen
yeah,
sucks.
bullpen. They need bullpen help. I totally agree. Their
Yeah.
starting pitching will be fine. They need bullpen help. They don't have a closer. Well, Bednar's their closer, but whatever. The
Yeah.
Mets, Mo. What are we doing? What are we doing this year? Is this a rebuild? What is it?
Up and
Or
down.
is it a shit show?
Well, I think just from what I've observed, they're going with the youth. Those kids are starting to perform. And I ushered last night, which I found amazing. Alvarez, I ushered last night. Alvarez played.
Okay.
Caught.
All right.
He was two for three and two doubles, and
Get
he
him
ran the
Get him up.
bases.
Okay.
He had meniscus surgery less than 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right.
And he's so he's ready.
Meniscus on his knee,
Yeah.
and he
tore his meniscus, and
Now I think that it was like a scrape job though, not a complete.
I think it was a scope or a scrape.
Yeah,
But still,
scope or scrape.
Still.
Yeah.
he could help a lot.
Right.
And then what's his name there? Polanco played last night. He almost hit a home run, but then he was over 3. Looked a little stiff. So
I mean, Mo, the Mets have the second highest payroll in Major League Baseball.
Oh yeah, I'm owning it.
And your boy in right field, who is having a decent year, is it $765 million worth?
He's playing left, but Joe, I'll have to stand and correct you because he's playing left field this year.
All right, left field.
In right field is AJ Ewing, who's tearing it up. He's like a Lenny Dykstra reincarnate. Soto, but he gets on base, he hits, but it's not going to win you the championship.
A position player cannot take over team. Judge, if you put Judge on the Mets, it'd be the same shit. And the thing is, you have to have pitching, and that's the thing with the Yanks. They have good starting pitching, but no bullpen.
So true.
Yeah, no bullpen.
The Mets need a starting pitcher in the worst way.
Oh, the Mets
try to reroute.
Jazz, home run Jazz.
You can't do sub. The relieving.
I wonder how that guy. We gotta watch that guy Sanchez tonight on Philly. That guy's going for like some epic run.
Oh yeah,
I think he's got like 45 innings of scoreless pitching. He's gonna break some records.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
unbelievable.
Like crazy.
Well, Joe, I have to admit, the junior Mets played. Scranton Wilkes-Barre last night. They're playing the whole series. There's a few studs on that team.
Oh yeah,
Jones, he's huge. He's as big or bigger than Judge.
He didn't do much when they brought him up, and then they got that Lombardo. Did you see that Lombardo kid?
Yeah, he's good. There's a couple hot shots on that team.
Yeah, they do. I mean, just know where to put them. And then,
but their pitching is shaky because the Mets were down 5-2 and 6-2, and the Mets lost 6-5 because the Yankees bullpen almost imploded and lost the game for them.
Yeah. Like I said,
but that's minor league.
They got nothing in the farm. I think what they're going to have to do is put a guy like Weathers in the bullpen, a couple of starters when you get Fried back, and then you're going to have to try to get something.
When is Fried back?
Huh?
When is he back?
Fried.
I'm not sure.
It might be a while, I think.
Might be. Yeah, you know how they are. They're going to be very cautious with pitching.
They're
not going to rush guys back. They're 12 games over. They're 11 games over 500, I think, as of today. So
they're one game behind Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Tampa's kind of falling
they're not going to rush anybody back.
Yeah.
And they reached out to Dan Brisson. They got Dan Brisson on the line.
Let's face it. They're going to win the AL. They're going to come out of the AL. I can't imagine anybody. Who's going to beat them? The A's? I mean, the Guardians actually are playing pretty good. The Rays
Mariners.
are actually going to beat them in a 7-game series or 5-game series. Come on, I don't think so. But whatever. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
All right, let's do a quick lacrosse wrap. I got to
Yes.
do a shout out. So Princeton won it. A little
Right.
shocked. I thought
I
Notre
actually
Dame.
watched.
They were the number one team in the tournament. They beat Notre Dame, but they beat them pretty good. In the Division II championship, Tampa beat Adelphi. Shout out to Tampa, guy I played with at Oswego. His nephew, Rex Kesselring, 53, dominated and took over the game. A little shout out for Oswego, a little Oswego
Nice.
connection. And then Division III was Tufts beat RIT and pretty much stayed in line. Tufts dominated. So that's
And
the lax wrap up.
I actually watched the girls' national championship because the North Carolina head coach for the girls is my cousin's wife's sister-in-law.
Well, that's and
Figure that one out.
a little note on that. The girl from Northwestern,
Right.
the MVP, the Tewaaraton winner,
Yeah.
is from Wantor.
Oh, there you go. There's your Wantor connection.
And
And-
Wantor and the boys teams in the Long Island Finals tomorrow.
All
and
right,
did Tom
Wantor, go
Leslie
Wantor.
sleep with her mom?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she's
Jesus
cute.
Christ.
By the way, yeah, she's
All
a
right.
Wantor girl. Wantor girl.
All right.
Likely that
This
happened.
episode is brought to you by Hydro-Fi, the world's first hydrogen-infused electrolyte will help the body combat inflammation and support cellular health for people of all ages. And traditional electrolyte drinks do not. Beyond hydration, Hydro-Fi is designed to support sustained energy, enhance performance, and faster recovery, and overall daily wellness benefits we believe are a great fit for people that are part of our network. Use code OTC15.
Let's go.
And
Turn
get
it on.
your
I can't see.
50% off. Got upside down here. Get 50% off on your first purchase. All right, let's go Knicks. Go New York. Go New York. Go. All right, guys. Anything else before we leave?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. Z, go fuck yourself again for missing this, and we'll catch you next week. Maybe.
Hopefully, yeah, Z. But hopefully you listen to the episode tonight, at least at some point when you're driving from Saratoga.
That guy drives.
Mechanicsville.
He's got a
hitchhiking.
chauffeur. John Cronk sent a chauffeur to pick him up.
Someone said they saw him thumbing on
Cronger.
87 North.
Does Cronger
Yeah,
have a
Cronger-
horse in the race? Does he have a horse in the
I'm
race?
sure he does. I think he does.
In one of the races, right?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Johnny
Don't know for
Cronger
sure.
is our local
That's
horse
what Z Man's
owner.
doing tonight. He's doing research. He's interviewing John Cronk trackside.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't leave him
Z-Man.
alone with the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie. Yes.
All right, everybody. Till we meet again. Hopefully, when we talk again, the Knicks will be up in the series. I'm not sure when that's going to be when we'll meet again, but let's
Love
go.
you, Z.
Yeah, eyes.
Yo, eyes. Over and out.